Vespa's gone!
In Liar Liar, when Jim Carrey rushes towards his ex-wife's house, he takes a tumble on the pavement. This fall was entirely accidental. It wasn't in the script at all, but it fit the scene perfectly, so the production team decided to keep the take.
Hold on, wait! Dry land is not a myth! I've seen it!
In The Cable Guy, Jim Carrey's character Chip Douglas is famously known for his memorable stutter. During the climactic fight scene with Matthew Broderick's character, Chip suddenly loses his stutter after being struck.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Steven!
This scene was not scripted. Carrey genuinely forgot to stutter at that moment. He did not interrupt filming, creating one of the film's most unforgettable moments.
Kisses?
In Me, Myself, and Irene, Jim asks his sons to kiss him before leaving. It was improvised. One of them clearly looks surprised. You can tell the last guy was the most uncomfortable about it. In The Mask, there's a scene where Jim Carrey's character uses a frisbee to scoop money into a closet. Milo the dog wasn't supposed to grab the frisbee, but he did anyway. Carrey improvised to play along, and this take ultimately made it into the final cut.
I'll be right there!
Jim Carrey improvised many classic lines in Dumb and Dumber. For instance, when leaving the hotel bar, he had no lines written but stared at the framed 1969 newspaper and blurted out,
We landed on the moon!
In The Truman Show, Truman draws a spacesuit on the mirror with soap. The inspiration stems from Jim Carrey's real-life morning ritual. Carrey revealed he often draws spacesuits with soap at home, declaring that this planet is truly insane.
Proclaim this planet.
In The Mask, Jim Carrey improvised the scene where he pulls out a condom while blowing up a balloon.
Sorry, wrong pocket.
He also improvised the heart-shaped smoke rings, and the scene where arrows shoot out of his nostrils, making this a rare example of improvised special effects in The Mask. In How the Grinch Stole Christmas, one afternoon on set, Carrey swiped director Ron Howard's hat and began mimicking him in his directing style.
Brilliant! You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism.
Howard found it so amusing that he improvised a scene where Carrey directed Max on how to play a reindeer, with all dialogue entirely ad-libbed.
The reindeer? I'll make one.
In Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the scene where Ace grabs the cellist's arm, causing him to play the wrong note, was entirely Jim Carrey's improvisation. In Yes Man: The Can't Buy Me Love scene, Jim Carrey and Zooey Deschanel's impromptu duet was unscripted. The camera kept rolling, capturing the natural chemistry and spark between the actors.
Say you don't need those diamond rings, and I'll be satisfied.
In The Cable Guy, during the medieval times dinner scene, Jim Carrey humorously references Anthony Hopkins' iconic line from The Silence of the Lambs.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
He covered his face with chicken skin and delivered the line, not only sending the audience into fits of laughter, but also making his co-star Matthew Broderick burst out laughing at the impromptu improvisation.
Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again.
Oh, Lord.
In Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, Jim Carrey's infamous butt-talking scene originated from an improvised bit he created on the set of The Color of Life.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Frustrated by Keene and Avery repeatedly rejecting his sketch ideas, Carrey jokingly delivered a bit using his buttocks, nearly sparking an argument between the two. Later, when Carrey suggested using the bit for Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, the director agreed to incorporate it into a police station scene.
Do you have a mint? Perhaps some Banaka?